Hello, YouTubers. I'm Misty, and I'm Skarloey. As you guys probably are aware by now, as you probably are aware, Skarloey, our railway is closed until further notice due to the ongoing construction projects, and it's getting harder to rusty to keep the railway open during construction. So to benefit everybody, we are closed to further notice. But anyway, me and Skarloey are recapping, reviewing the episode 3 Noxus of season 4 of Sodor. So anyway, the event involving Giant Cuba not only stunned the engines of sodor, also made them feel force for easily missiled, particularly those on the pure culture bunch. 9. Cuba's operation bench enhancing sufficiency and decency. Realistic instinct upon his departure. The fat controller specifically was the rifle Molly, the two main entrance. Just as Skarloey, a few weeks prior to 1958, Molly exchanged a conversation with Eric at Elspitch, sharing details about her employment over the past several years. The latest position she held was as a banker in the Licky Eagle Line. As she has a substitute for 9F, the high maintenance and duration of 2 months. Molly also delivered a new set of rail service and transport to Belgium, intended for the reopening the clay pits. So, Celeste, soon Eric has arrived at Brendan with the train, while Adam and Diesel are present. Eric influenced them that he and Molly are better students friends rather than being in a romantic relationship. Bruce and Adam speculate that they might experience a mutual breakup. Until afterwards, Adam begins to cough. Bruce confesses concern, directs Eric to Center Strange to Saying 3, until which Eric departs to carry out the task. Adam intends by his coughing, saying that some of his lodges in the smoke can be resolved. So says Skarloey, later ever sleeping in the siding. Eric briefly sent to the train. Months later, a small yellow tank engine and pitches and it's a loud whistle, causing him to wake up abruptly. The small tank engine introduced itself as Bill, who was assigned to work at the China Clay Pits. He provides Bill with directions to the location, to which Bill departs and never returns to his slumber. Shortly thereafter, he's jolted awake by another sharp whistle from the tank engine. On his up, I met as good as ever. He gives Ben a safe directions to the China Clay Pits. He again Bill. No. Bennett leaves. Everett attempts to sleep once more. This time he jolted awake by two loud whistles from both Bill and Ben. Everett recognizes the twins as playful pranksters and advises them to complete the task before engaging in talks. Particularly given the history of the clay pits, the site had been abandoned and closed due to severe flooding in 1948, and has since transformed into a forest. The twins expressed their eagerness to undertake the job and announced the boundaries regarding planks. Apologizing to Edward, who then introduces himself to them. Smile prank. Bill's surprise is evident. Yet another loud whistle. Oh, give us a eagle. Right! The twins were tired, replacing the corded rails with new ones. Clearing the area of trees and bushes, and delivering supplies to the clay pits. Within 2 months, they had cleared all the trees, and clay pits were nearly prepared to resume operations. Adam commends them for their efforts. Early March may take a couple of months before mining can commence, as new tunnels need to be excavated. Adam will need to produce split planes for these tunnels. A steam must be positioned near the shafts for emergency situations involving workers. Adam questions how laborers can operate this shafts without support beams. But the twins are unable to provide a response. Before leaving, Adam advises them to share their stories are consistent before attempting to use someone in the completing the task. When he's an argument between the twins. Choose says skarloey. I Brandon Adam Douglas about Bill and Ben. Douglas compliments on how they remind him of and Donald during younger days. So occasionally played a few pranks. Adam expresses his hope that Bill and Ben are similar. He's still to be paranoid. The moment Adam Scott blows his whistle and lays his green flag, Adam gets right to the part where struggles to move his train due to hip and wheels. He pauses to catch his breath before attempting to move again. Then he starts emitting black smoke into his cab, unable to evacuate. Later after, Mickey transported Adam to the works. He mentions he explains or scalps and brain. What did not have a screaming sound on him. Mickey assures Adam that they will conduct the inspection of the termination. The workmen inject green water into Adam's systems, and he falls asleep as they begin the test. A few hours later, Adam wakes and sees the back control, conversing with the workmen. He realizes the back of the shed and demands an explanation. The brief signs to top him informs him that he's suffering from a case of mental fatigue. He asks the question head office to provide Novel as they civil and headed to them who are in the giant Cuba incident. But Adam society had to find on shocking to top him. University. Everyone is also taken aback upon hearing the news. And the fact controller attempted to persuade Adam for 2 hours, but to no avail. Joining in on places where he goes right. Then life is absolute. To top him for some of Adam's condition, saying he only has a few months left to live without treatment. Yet if he does receive treatment, chances of survival remain very slim. And can then they find me. Adam's issues are more understandable. Mental fatigue, which is essentially internal illness for not faceless vehicle, causes a gradual increase in cracks due to gene strain. Reliable treatment is a complete overhaul, which is both costly and time-consuming. Vehicles fatigue often perish during these procedures. Luckily, vehicles infected with this illness. For the final firing, news of Adam's condition is choice spread quickly. The engines were quite divided in their options and their opinions. However, they had concurred on the side of him. Although they were unable to, the works doesn't permit visiting hours. They were all anxious about Adam's faults, and Ricky was limited undisclosing any information to them. Nevertheless, one day, Toby had the opportunity to visit him as he needed to go to work to have one of his axles replaced. Toby warns out that his condition might still train him at the time his boiler was severely damaged in the spring in 1938. Toby is uncertain whether Adam would pursue the overall, given the manifold take was not the reason for his boiler explosion. Usually, Adam played the overhaul permit. And he now regards it as too costly. Uncertain of how many years he has left, of 75 years old. Toby mentions that he is not yet compensated in final fendering, despite being older than Adam. Adam tells Toby that the same age is ending. Mainline diesels set their life soon. Steam locomotives are unlikely to receive support in the coming years. Leading him to decide to exit in this manner. Toby comprehends this. So says skarloey. There he informs Edward and Bruce the situation there was with. After a brief argument between Edward and Bruce explains his stubbornness, like Adam's impending death, which, as he's always regarded Adam as his closest friend, he is powerless to repay him for his support in attempting steam engines. Edward comprehends this sentiment and recalls the phrase he learned in France that encapsulates the situation. I love you. That's life. Toby then mentions Adam has scheduled his final firing for Thursday and requested the president of Edward and Bruce. The actual acknowledges that it would be impractical for all the engines to attend, but offers Edward and Bruce the option to go if they wish. Both engines agree, and Edward decides to invite another individual to accompany them. So similarly, on that Thursday, Edward, Bruce, and the flight controller of President Deluxe prepare for Adam's ultimate firing. Bruce mentioned studying intending to spray Adam against the firing, but he feels to resemble begging. Notion that Adam dismisses. Time is not akin to a mini. Adam emerges from Bruce's cap. He has overcome cancer and is relishing his renewed life. Although Mrs. Orr disapproves of Adam's stories, he acknowledges that Bruce has to do the same. Adam assures Bruce that he never owed him anything, as he described to him as both a colleague and a friend. He articulates his satisfaction in working for the Fat Controller, Mrs. Zora, as well as the privilege of serving at her overseas ship during the war. Adam is now prepared for the final firing. So Topham issues the command recommend to pull back water into Adam, and they comply. When Star songs, Adam bears his well, Silly passes away. So says Scarlet, that evening in Burnham, Evelyn, Bruce, Douglas, and Eric grieve the loss of their friend. The latter left softly, declaring the time. He and Adam will also look to my the train with the fire and the window instinct. Bruce comments that Adam had a favorite Eric, the most unknown Isis. And he's always had good intentions, much like Cotton and Lily. When Douglas remembered that all three engines from the Wilson submarine railway are now gone. At that moment, the Fed control lies. So, that was of salary, C6S. It will still be those who remember it. The others felt still full. It should happen assured them that the great assistance they could reach out to him or Mickey. Kind of answers for comfort as well. To top him himself is saddened by the situation, having known that he's witnessed several threatening past again and then it becomes easier. The late anticipated increase of workload and gap had the MC departure. To top him as resolved, bringing down to 6 with the workload, while that engine would take down space and the main line rushed to. So see a week, following Adam's death, memorial service was conducted in his honor, and his remains were sent for disposal. And this found on challenging to cope with his loss, but he also managed to move on. Of epidemic hosts, another tale following also soldering engines, along with great deeds of one of his big fans, so he tends to share the lead team. So this is skarloey. Thank you for watching, and me and Rusty will see you when we see you. Bye.